All right. What it do? It's your boy E from the inside out, that outside in. Today, I want to do a reaction video, right? This MacBook I've been using for all of my stuff, like if I want to go in the edit with music, record music, edit video, stuff like that. I've been using this MacBook since 2020, and my brother 2022, I think my brother gave it to me in 21 or 20. I don't know. He gave it to me like 5-6 years ago or some shit, right? And at the time, it worked for everything. But I've been so disconnected from whatever, you know what I'm saying? I've been busy as hell, business shit, whatever. But now I'm trying to get back to all this stuff, and this laptop is not compatible with anything. Nothing. Elgato capture doesn't work on this shit. It's a MacBook Pro, bro. I thought I was gonna be good for like 10 years with it, bitch. Elgato capture doesn't work. Open broadcast software was working 2 months ago, but now it's saying this MacBook isn't compatible. And I'm trying to do StreamYards and Streamlabs or whatever, but then you have to pay for it. I'm just like, I ain't trying to spend no more extra money right now. I got too much shit. I need to make money off of the shit that I have. Like, I have a MacBook. I have my speaker. I got some setup over there. Don't worry about that shit. But what we about to do today is I'm going to have to go an old school way, as if I don't have the StreamYard or Streamlabs or whatever. So just bear with me with this video. You know, if you fuck with me, you gonna fuck with me. But if not, you not. But also, I have to take some accountability as well. I don't really like the way I'm presenting myself right now. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody named Mama can come up on social media however they want to, but with the type of information and knowledge and the crowd that I'm trying to reach, I do need to come up on here looking more presentable, have things more professional, all that. But this is where I'm starting from, bro. I've been doing something different for the past, 5-6 years of my life. And I thought that everything that I had before I started the business shit, I thought that was going to be able to last me like damn near forever. But now that I'm trying to get back into making videos and getting back into music and editing, all of my shit is outdated, bro. Everything is outdated. Like my tower PC, shit, that shit from like 2015, 2014. And it used to run everything. It used to run everything. But now the hard drive don't even work. So now I don't have a MacBook. I can't hook up none of my Razer stuff because Razer Synapse can't even run. This shit don't even barely turn on. Razer Synapse 3 can't run on this MacBook Pro. I can't do no game capture. I can't do no type of streaming, no type of nothing. So I'm trying to see. I got to look for a workaround with this shit without having to spend money. But we shall see. But this is Mama T's video, The Future of Women, right? And I want to react to this big. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you. This is how we going to do it today.
Hey, babies, it's Mama T back with another one. Okay, y'all, so today we're going to get into serious conversation about my favorite topic. Women in religion and the systems that we find ourselves under that hasn't really been doing a good job with us flourishing, let's say over the past 100 years. Now, those of you who want to get your panties in a bunch about this, you need to go ahead and scroll on. But for the rest of you that want to stay and really hear what I got to say, stick around. This may not be pleasant for some of you, but I think it's something necessary for us to discuss and talk about. Now, if we look at the past 100 years, just take a good look at what's been going on. Some may say it's been a great advancement for women. And some may say many things hasn't changed. Now, I'm going to ask you something, ladies. Whose fault is that really? Whose fault is it really that things hasn't changed? Is it the system? Is it men? Or is it you? For not taking accountability and responsibility for your own future. What do I mean by that? Well, I look at a lot of things through an astrological lens or a cosmic lens because it tells a story that's very clear. All we need to do is interpret it in the way that it's reflecting right here on this planet. For the past few hundred years, there's been many wars, much bloodshed all across this globe. And it's always being fought over someone's belief system or a resource that belongs to this planet. And what have women done during all of these times? We sat back and we supported whoever it was calling the shots. Now, these beings that's calling these shots are your sons, are your fathers, are your brothers, your uncles, your granddaddies, and your husbands. And you have been taught to sit back and let them do all these atrocities in the name of their philosophies, theologies, and whatever it is that they can create and make you subservient onto them about. And I don't even care what color you are, baby, because this
Okay. So she is right. She is right about a lot of that. As far as letting men go out there and do what they do and be toxic, whatever, and the woman just being submissive to everything she's talking about. But at the same time, women are enablers, right? So they will put themselves in a position to be abused. They will put themselves in a position and they'll be rebellious to the advice from the men in their family and go pick a man that is toxic. They won't be able to connect dots by themselves. They won't be self-aware when it comes to the other women in their family. And here's what I did, right? I forecasted with the men in my family. I don't take advice from the men in my family. If anything, I've taken advice from my mom more than anything. And so now it's just like a couple of years ago, I got to a point where I'm like, fuck what my mama say. Because I'm like, the more I started to wake up, I've been aware. I've been woke for a long ass time, but I still had that special place for my parents. Like, okay, my parents is the end all be all. This is my guardians. This is who I need to listen to. But now I'm at the point, I'm like, I can't listen to nobody. I can't listen to none of these niggas. Because when you get to a certain point of a consciousness awareness, you know that we are in a patriarchy. You know that the men that run this country are satanic, demonic, evil, all of this other shit. But what we fail to talk about is the men like me who are not only good men, quote unquote, right? We know how to be masculine. We know how to be leaders. We know how to be assertive. We know how to be dominant. We know how to take charge. But we also know when to shut the fuck up. We also know when to be subservient. We also know when to be submissive as a man. Yes. Right. So it comes to a point where when I hear women, when I hear my feminine say, when I hear my other half say men ain't shit, that it really hurts me because you guys will triangulate yourselves. You guys will self-sabotage, right? And directly put yourself in the crossfire of the enemy. And then y'all would walk around with this stigma as men ain't shit. Y'all will walk around with this evil, demonic, defensive spirit on you towards men like me that has done zero to you. And I'm saying this type of evil, demonic spirit or alignment with self, this negative alignment with self, right? Negative mindset, negative parasite, whatever you want to fucking call it. I should not have to be dealing with that from my feminine when all I have done is try to protect the feminine. All I've done is try to understand the feminine, hear the feminine out, connect with the feminine's heart, care about what she's feeling, care about what she's thinking, care about what she's saying, and constructing her and leading her to not go down a darker path. Right? This is past the red pill. This is past the black pill. This is past the simps. This is past the manosphere. This is past the game and all that shit. Because all that shit is fake, facade, and false. All of that is I haven't finished the video yet. But that shit is worse. The game and a red pill and whatever. Men had to adapt to how women are acting, right? So that's where the game and the pimps and the red pill and the players and the max, that's where that shit came from. That whole situation is worse than what she's currently talking about women being involved in religion. Because there's different types of women. Most women are not religious at all. Most women don't fear God, don't love God. And even if they say Jesus, they'll be like, okay, we love Jesus, but then they'll be LG whatever, or they'll be hoes, they'll be whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're not looking to get married, they don't want to be mothers, they're not nurturing, and they be the same types that say men ain't shit, but calling out Jesus and all this shit. White Jesus at that. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm coming on here making this video is because I was scrolling, and I love MahMah T. I love watching her videos. And she just breaks shit down. First of all, I love watching the divine feminine because there's too much masculine subjects. There's too much toxic masculinity. Like the whole patriarchy. Like, I gotta have my balance because I watch Coach Greg Adams as well. Because, you know what I'm saying? He represents the man. If you are not an up to par person, you're going to think he's very toxic. But if you listen to his story and what he's been through and what he's experienced, you'll know that his points, a lot of his points are valid. I'm not saying everything he does is valid, but you can't control people. He's his own man. But a lot of what he talks about is valid. So you got the truly chauvinist masculine man, whatever, cool. And then you have somebody like MahMah T, who's on the all the way opposite sides of the spectrum, more spiritual, more, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing confused about me or what I align with or things that I agree with. I'm a student of life. I listen to different content creators with the open mind to see why are they creating content? Why do they have this point of view? Where are they coming from? You should never just shut somebody out. I'm not gonna say that, but because it may come to a point in time where I'm like, nah, you on some bullshit. Fuck no, I ain't. Hell no. But you can still learn something from somebody. Just filter out the bullshit. And if you know certain things are bullshit, just filter that shit out. But everybody's definition and interpretation of bullshit is different because everybody lives in different realities. The Bible means something different to every person that reads it. You feel me? But when my reality, I put myself in other people's shoes, right? I'm not just thinking about myself. And it's coming to a point now where I truly have to think about myself because I've always been an empath. I've always put people before me and I've always looked out for other people. And the shit that I look out for other people on is exactly what they are thinking, but they didn't say it. They didn't have the courage to say it, the awareness to say it. I literally can look at a girl and be in her aura field and know exactly what the fuck she's going through. And then when I call it out, or if I try to call it out or act like I'm aware of what she'll try to gaslight me. So now it's like, okay. It's like my divine purpose is to bring unity between the masculine and the feminine, the man, woman, child, the old heads and the YNs. I'm supposed to be the bridge, the connector between all of that. And even the older woman with the younger woman, I have to correct both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much correction that needs to take place. And even when it comes to the younger boys and the way they are aligning with red pill and trying to shut out the feminine, and then indirectly becoming LGT whatever. When, you should never want to hit a woman, disown, displace, or shit, even argue or prove a point or whatever. Like, I was never taught that I had to learn that, right? When it comes to a woman, you should not be arguing with a fucking woman, bro. You should not be doing it. As a man, you stand on your shit. You stand on your boundaries and your principles out of love and respect for yourself and those around you. Don't have no toxic ass principles like, no, I'm him, I'm that nigga, I'm standing on this because I'm me, I'm all that, yeah. Like, no, what you are standing on needs to be for the betterment of you, yourself, your family, and those around you and those that you are responsible for. You don't just better yourself for self. Because a lot of times y'all niggas don't even know yourselves. Y'all have not put in that shadow work to even know what the fuck you are or who you are. You're just trying to times 10 off the preconceived notions from your fucking childhood and your unhealed ass traumas. You can't even look in the mirror and fucking fix yourself. And now you're trying to become all masculine and strong so you can hide from yourself and run from yourself. The same shit women be fucking doing, running from themselves in the mirror. And then taking it out on good guys like me, good men like me. But I'm not the regular ass good guy, though. I'm not just here looking to simp. I truly love women, right? I don't want to simp to get access to you and your, you know what I'm saying, sex, whatever. I want you to heal from the inside out. I truly love you. I truly care about you. I want to connect with you. I want you to connect back to the inner child, your inner version of yourself, the true feminine, the little girl who was spontaneous and open-minded and just loving, caring, nurturing. She was looking for structure. She looks, she wants to serve. She wants to be subservient. She wants to be in her feminine. She wants to do that. She wants to be loving, caring. She wants to cook. She wants to be a helpmate. You know what I'm saying? And the men should be able to cultivate her being that. She should not be forced to do that. She should not be held against her will to be feminine. She should not be forced to be in a position of where she feels like she is living outside of herself. And she feels like she's serving something that does not serve her. All right, let's get back to it.
Crosses every color line. Honey, I was watching The Lion King. Not The Lion King. I was watching The Woman King the other day. I watched it again. And right off the rip, there was a black man selling off his young daughter to this old ass man. Now, in the movie, it says she was 19. But that baby looked everything at 13, 14.
Yeah, and I don't agree with any of the selling children, trafficking, none of that. I don't agree with none of that shit whatsoever. So, and that right there, the men that are able to look at a young girl, a young boy, a young child, and take advantage of them and abuse them and hurt them and defile them in every sort of way, that is a toxic masculine man. That is a man that capitalizes off of the patriarchy. That's a man that capitalizes off of children not knowing who they truly are and not having the protection of conscious people. You know what I'm saying? So the men that women say men ain't shit are those toxic masculine women that would do that shit towards them. The pimps of the culture. I got a roster. Oh, don't care about these women's emotions. Don't care about their feelings. Don't get attached to a woman. You see how, like, it's levels to the shit, but that is some bullshit. Why in the fuck, as a man, if we are naturally lovers and protectors, providers, go-getters, and healers, right? Why would we not love the feminine? Why would we not be emotionally attached to the feminine, the divine feminine? You know how much I love both of my parents? I had to reduce my love because they was hurting me so much. Because anything that they would do to me would hurt me to my heart, to my core. Then when I finally got in a relationship, everything that she did affected me in a certain way, because that's what it's not about codependency. It's about being one with your partner. Sex is a sacred ritual. You literally become one. You become whole. That's what marriage is. You're going inside of somebody's body. And if you don't become whole with that person, that has to be a spiritual defect. That has to be an emotional defect. There is no way that we are training men right now, or men have been trained in the past. Oh, fuck bitches getting money. Fuck that bitch. Okay, so the same thing we're talking about with women replacing the man with the government and police in their careers and their jobs and money. We're replacing women with our careers, our cars, our trophies, our acknowledgement or accomplishments, and money as well. So we're both replacing each other with money. And so now, on the flip side of men being all cold and acting like pimps and all this other shit, now women are in return doing the same thing and taking it more to an extreme. You know what I'm saying? They're ripping sons of their masculinity. They're supporting everything but the true masculine.
So PDF filing has been going on since the beginning. You can't always put this on the skin color. Baby, this is a culture. This is a patriarchal culture. Hell, you could go back to your own scriptures when it talk about the men who went to see Lot, whatever his name is, and the men start knocking on the door. They wanted him to bring him out here. He said no.
Question the Bible, everything in there. Do I agree with the Bible in a lot of ways? Yes. But is there some bullshit in that Bible? Hell yeah. That's why I have not read the whole thing, because it has not sit right in my spirit to read the whole thing. But do I have a connection with the Most High God? Yes, the fuck I surely do. Yes, the fuck I surely do.
Take my daughters instead. Take my concubines instead, and you can do what you wish with them. But leave the man alone. Instead of him saying, y'all ain't taking nobody. And if we got to fight to the end, and goddamn it, we fighting to the end. But that's not what men do. They negotiate with your soul, with your body, not just you, but your babies.
That's what those men do. And this is why this is so crazy. Like, I'm the only man out here that's really like, I can't say I'm the only one because my father is a great man, but I disagree with the father and son relationship of what me and my dad, of the conversations I've had with my dad and how he's treated me, whatever. I disagree with a lot of that shit. But that comes from his past and his childhood traumas, whatever. But when women are talking about men, that shit rubs me the wrong way, because as my image, I am a man. I was born a male. But I don't identify with that version of a man she's talking about. And then if you come across a thing like, oh, hit dogs holla, and oh, if you just projecting and all this, I'm not projecting at all. I'm literally who I am and what I'm supposed to be. You feel me? and I'm getting penalized and scrutinized for that. So I'm like, that's kind of hypocritical when it comes to the feminist movement and the LGTV and the and any other rights movements or whatever. I'm like, I am who I'm supposed to be, and y'all are saying I'm not shit. So how is it okay for you to be heterophobic, but it's not okay for you to be homophobic? How is it okay for you to be a misandrist, but it's not okay for you to be misogynistic? How is it okay for you to call out toxic masculinity, but it's not okay for you to call out toxic femininity? Right? Because toxic femininity is a overly masculine ass woman, a overly combative ass woman, a overly man-hating ass woman. And toxic femininity emulates toxic masculinity. Toxic femininity never represents the divine masculine, never takes the divine masculine traits. And you know what the divine masculine traits are? Emotional support, emotional stability, self-love, love for those around you, self-accountability, nurturing, taking criticism, being told what to do, being open-minded, being welcoming, being accepting, and giving what you have off of your back without expecting anything in return. Putting yourself in other people's shoes. Giving the good multiple chances. Leading the person who is willing to be led. I've yet to see one woman do that to this day. They'll call out all the bad shit, but when they see a good man like me, and I've proved it through my actions and in my fruit, in my seeds, and where I come from, and what I've produced on social media, in person, they see how I work, and they'll be silent about the shit, bro. I don't get supported. Everybody tries to tear me down. Even my own closest circle, my own family. Nobody truly captures who I am as a person. But as soon as I do something off the wall or say some shit that somebody don't like, oh, eat blood, eat this, eat that, eat this, eat that. You feel me? And I'm just like, I don't align with majority of these men, and I don't align with majority of these women. And we not about to sit here and call out men. I know this video is about women, the future of women, that's the title. But we're not just going to sit here and constantly call out men who are feminine. And a lot of these men that women don't like were raised by women or were gynocentric, right? Or they came from a matriarchal structure. And this is where we have to dial back on the accountability here, because it's not always the men's fault. But what she's talking about are toxic men that have sold, will take advantage of you, take your soul, and you being a young girl, and you like, I don't agree with that shit at all. But when we are talking about men, we need to start being more specific, because I've seen more good men my age, right? I've seen more good men my age that are virgins and that truly love women and want to be married and have a family and want to listen to the women and they're hygienic, they take care of themselves, they're more emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, and they truly love women and they want to be with a woman. But these women are so cutthroat and fucking cold. And they're like, oh, well, you need to boss up. You need to get better as a man. You need to become cold. You need to work on yourself. You need to do this. You need to cut off the bitching. I'm like, that's not, no, bro. You're the man that they are saying men ain't shit. You're like, well, that's what women want. Women want a man. They give me access and all that. I'm just like, bro, men like me, it is we are living the hardest lives right now because women have a hive mind mindset on a lot of shit. If one woman thinks this, hundreds of thousands of women gonna hop on a bandwagon. Just like that. Millions of women. And if I think this way, ain't no nigga thinking that way and about to support me with that shit. No nigga. Now if I'm over here, oh, this bitch ain't shit. Yeah, these hoes is toxic. Yeah, do these bitches dirty. Do these hoes dirty. Yeah, don't love a woman. Don't trust these women. Make sure you have your roster, have a girl on the side. Treat her wrong. You know what I'm saying? Be cold. Get your 6-pack. Get in the gym. Get your car. Get your crib. Don't trust these bitches whatsoever. Then maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll get some male followers. But I'm not looking for male attention, female attention, whatever. I'm looking for people who want the truth and yearn for the truth. I am not these men out here that are toxic. Now, if I ever come across as toxic in certain videos, certain points, is because of that reality that I'm in at that certain given time or that situation that I'm talking about. But 9 times out of 10, anything that I'm talking about is valid for any given time. Now, if I gotta be toxic, a lot of times it's because I'm dealing with toxic ass women. And sometimes you gotta fight toxicity with toxicity. You gotta go low level just like how they are low level. You can't give certain things grace. Because then shit will just linger. People will misconstrue shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you care about ego and image and pride, then that's one thing or the other. If you don't care about it, you can really let it slide for real. But in order for you to get certain points across, you have to combat what they are saying. You have to combat what those people are saying because the audience is not going to learn. They're still going to be programmed and still have preconceived notions of like, oh, men ain't shit. Men are toxic. All men are DL. All men are this. All men are that. And women are always the victim when that's not the case. I'm the victim. I'm not blaming nobody, but I'm a victim. You feel me? Like,
and you sat back there and you let it happen because you were conditioned underneath these religious concepts that's your role to do. Now, y'all know I ain't big on nobody initiation. I don't care what continent you are, especially if a man initiate me under a system. And next thing you find out about this man is a bunch of dark secrets.
And see, that is not me, bro. I literally, and you know what, bro, women will penalize you for not being a toxic ass man, bro. Oh, you're boring. You don't do anything. You don't get girls. You don't go out and do this. You're a baby. You're childish. You take things too serious. You're boring. If you don't have a toxic past as a man, these current women is calling your ass boring, DL, you don't get women, you don't go nowhere, you ain't got no motion, no type of nothing. I'm like, bro, I lost my card at 22. That was a 3-year relationship. I wanted to get married and all that, but I still had my boundaries and standards, whatever. And I was looking for I'm like, she was already with multiple people in multiple relationships. I'm like, look, what you are doing has not worked. So we're going to do this shit my way. Because I need to see if my shit can work. And she, at the end of the whole thing, she didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to be running out here through multiple people. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go to parties. What do? I work from home. We still co-owner with a family business. I try to make videos. I try to do music. I watch TV. I play the video games. I go out to eat with friends. And I try to read books, watching podcasts, watching YouTube, staying up with the current events. But other than that, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to help. I'm here to be a helper. Like, and everything I've worked for in the past couple of years, I always say this in my videos, everything I worked for in the past 5 years, I was in a position for that shit to turn against me. And so now I have to focus on myself. People taking credit for my shit. People drain me from the inside out. And they capitalize off of me. And now everybody's running around with my shit. Well, my energy, my aura, my essence, my knowledge, everything I created and gave to them. Now they're running around with it.
Now he's doing spiritual magic on you. This is what's been going on from
men and women have done spiritual magic on me.
From the beginning, harnessing your divine feminine power for them to continue to subdue whatever it is they think they got the right to subdue you with. Because in the book that they wrote, they say, God said, and you believed it. Now we're at the end of this cycle. You see it. You see what's going on.
Facts. Facts. We are at the end of that cycle for both sides, right? For the woman is, don't just listen. You don't have to be a wife or listen to a man just because he says so, just because it's ordained in the Bible and all that. But when it comes to a good man, as a woman, you have a role to fucking play. Period, point blank. If you are interacting with a man and that is a good man, you must be your divine feminine part. Same thing when it comes to men. If you are a man and you find a good woman, you be your divine masculine part. You don't play with that woman. You tell her the truth. You put all of your cards and intentions up front. You don't play no mind games with her. You don't find a good woman and run off on her. You don't find a good woman and break her. You don't find that shit is top level demonology, bro. Top level manipulation, narcissism, all types of shit. But the men like me, I don't even know what category I would put me under. The divine masculine, I don't even know. I don't know what category I would put me under. But I'm not trying to be out here. I have urges to, for sure. I have the option to, for sure. But I'm not trying to be out here just messing around, screwing around. I want something serious. It's not out there. That light is not in no woman's eyes. And then instead of women coming to me, they will go to the toxic man. They will go to the man just because he's giving them some sort of attention, giving them breadcrumbs. They'll go to that man, get hurt, ignore all the red flags, not listen to me, not listen to her daddy, not listen to her mama. They'll be rebellious. And then they'll run through all these toxic ass niggas who was giving them breadcrumbs. They didn't check them emotionally. They didn't check them mentally. They didn't check them spiritually. They didn't check them energetically. Nothing. But as soon as they go through all them toxic ass niggas, now they want to show up on my doorstep in front of my face. Like, hey, no, bitch, the fuck? You supposed to do that self-work and shadow work before you giving all this fucking access to your body. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
And the question is, are you going to sit back and reset the cycle by being that same woman? Are you finally going to awaken in your mind, in your soul, and in your heart? There's something wrong with this shit. And it's time for you to stop.
It's always felt wrong.
Stop it. Now, when we say that, men automatically think what they've been programmed to think. War, bloodshed. They can't see shit no other way. No.
Those specific types of men for sure. And y'all like, She's not talking about you, honey. She's not talking about you, E. I know Mama T is not talking about me, but at the same time, it's just rubbing me the wrong way because a woman don't even have to say nothing to me, right? Based off of me, my aura and my presence, women be rejected, women be expecting shit from me, women be making all types of faces, based off of just me. You feel me? And spiritually, telepathically, these women are programmed to think that men ain't shit. When it's the men that they give access to their bodies who are not shit. But then they're all happy-go-lucky and smiley. Oh my God, with those toxic ass fucking men. They're chasing after those toxic ass men. And then they get in my aura, my presence, and they're standoffish, cold, entitlement. They got too much pride and ego to say something. They'll give choosing signals, but they'll go like this. Or look up and look what, like, or give slight little comments, right? Read my inner fucking child, bro. Read my heart. Read my soul. Read my aura. And that's probably what they doing subconsciously on a higher spiritual level self. And they're not connected to their inner child that connects them to their highest self. So their programmed state, I'm causing a defect in their programmed state in actuality. But I don't even want to become my coldest self right now, like get my body right and all that, because a woman will play fucking games and really just be with me because of my looks and my body and what I have the potential to provide versus seeing me from the inside out. And I don't want that shit because that's how too many, it's fake as fuck. I need a woman to see my soul, my spirit, my aura, my essence from the inside out as the same way I would see her. We are excusing women from doing shadow work and self-work. I do not care about, oh, I'm just a girl. What? That does not mean you get to be a predator. That does not mean you get to inexcuse yourself from taking accountability. Who cares about female nature? If you don't want to be loyal to that man, leave him the fuck alone. If you don't like that man, leave him alone. Oh, have your roster, I'm gonna just use him, blah, blah. I got a man for this, I got a man for this, I got a man for this, I got a man for this. That's not right. And I'm not out here doing that. So I can stand on that, I can say that. It's not right to have multiple people doing shit for you, and those multiple people don't know about each other. And even if they do know about each other, let's say for men, they don't have any self-respect. Now, me as a man, if I was in a position to have multiple wives, would I want multiple wives? Fuck yes. Because I have the ability to manage multiple people. I have the ability to lead and guide and train multiple people. And I know you need a village. It takes a village to raise a child and a family and to have a well-balanced thing that you create, or your own well-balanced economy, whatever. I know I need multiple women in positions of power in my life, but I have to train those women. I have to cultivate those women. Oh, what do you mean you have to? Bro, women are so fucking broken right now, and there's not enough old head women, calling out how broken these women are. They are being excused from their lack of shadow work. They are being excused from taking accountability. They're allowed to just be out here and be toxic and sleep with multiple people and go get careers and jobs without no sort of pushback. But me growing up, I was told to do the exact opposite of that. Worry about everybody else, put people before you, be nice to people, treat people how you want to be treated. But I was never taught to listen to myself and go from within. And when I tried, that was my ass. Oh, you're acting weird. You're being weird. All the gaslighting, all the disrespect. I was never able to be myself and listen to myself from the inside out. I always have to be somebody else. So as far as what we're talking about, what women go through and how they were raised, that's exactly what the fuck I went through as a child and still trying to break free of that shit. And yes, religion was used against me as well.
I see it as separation, not from everything or everybody, but from that construct, from that belief system. I told you, women, you need to get the hell out of all those religions. Because look.
Men like me too, though. All of them.
Look at what they have been doing in the name of them to you and your children.
In the name of Jesus.
This is a boy right here made a video, very interesting video. Started out really good, but then it ended up however it ended up. But he was breaking down Islam in a way that many of us did not hear. Then he hopped over to these people and talked about when the child is being circumcised, what the priest do to the baby boy after the circumcision.
What?
But you can't skip over these folks and what they have been doing to all these altar boys.
What?
And I told y'all, get this book and you're going to understand what's really going on behind the scenes. I think it's time to put an abrupt stop.
Get about that motherfucking church and religion, bro. That shit satanic as fuck. Cultivate and develop your own relationship with God and the universe, and don't let nobody make you feel bad. Okay, if you on some fuck shit, don't come over here looking for sympathy like you actually toxic, you abusing people, you graping, whatever. Bro, we don't do none of that. Steam files, shit, none of that. Get away from religion, because you can come back to religion after you have created a connection with yourself and created a connection with the Most High. Then come back to the Bible. Then come back to a religious group or whatever if you want to. If it serves you, if it fits you, cool. But all of this shit that was forced in our face from a baby before we could even form our own thoughts, get the fuck away from that shit. Oh, don't question religion. Don't question the Bible. Don't question God. No, nigga, question everything. Question everything in this bitch.
This shit. Now, how we do that? Sisters, you're going to have to collect your soul and your mind back and stop being so damn scary. And stop waiting for something to save you and reconnect.
I might be a sister because she talking to me, bro. God, bro. Mama T talking to me. And if you ask me, there's more women that's way more assertive and dominant these days than men. That's why men are really not approaching women anymore, because it's almost like approaching a man. It's almost like we are in a subservient ass position now. I'm talking about the young generation. The men are in a subservient position because women are more hustlers, more go get it, they don't need a man, they getting their own shit. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's not too many scared women left, for real.
Back to the earth. The earth sustained you. Baby, you connected to this planet like no other being. You could call on the waters.
Facts.
You could call on the animals, the sun, the
Facts.
fire, the wind. Every element is you.
Divine feminine.
Yet and still, you won't touch ground on that earth. You too busy waiting for something to come out the sky and save you. You know, I did a TikTok not too long ago, and baby girl got on there. She was talking about the issue that she was having with her mother, saying Mother got a little bit of land, and Mama, let's go out here to the land and let's grow some food. Let's connect to Mother Earth. And she said, now I'm paraphrasing it. The mama said, I ain't on that Mother Earth stuff. All I need is my Heavenly Father. Now, how many of y'all say the same thing? When that Heavenly Father ain't giving you the air to breathe, the earth does. That Heavenly Father ain't providing no food for you to grow. The earth does. You need to ask yourself, who is this Heavenly Father you done gave up all your spiritual power to and totally severed yourself from the connection to the one thing that gives you everything you need. And even after you leave out of here, your body go right on back to her. And then you say, my soul goes to God. Honey, your soul never dies. Your soul belongs to Source. There's a difference between a creator and a God. And I'm going to break that down for you right now. Very simple. A creator does not need slaves to create.
Facts.
But your gods do.
Ooh-wee.
A creator does not need servants to bow down to it.
Facts.
And to offer burnt offerings.
Facts.
To appease it.
She is speaking right there. Okay, look. Bro, they had us doing this as children, bro. I believe in Christ and Christ consciousness and all that. Cool. They had us as children going into the church. Oh, grab a piece of bread. This represents Christ's body. And grab this cranberry juice in a little ass cup. This represents Christ's blood. We are drinking, bro, we are eating the body of Christ and drinking his blood in church. And everybody acting like this is normal. Y'all had me doing this shit as a child, bro. That is a satanic, demonic, I don't even, bro, ritual, bro. Bro, it is really sick and crazy. Let's say I was the Most High Creator, right? Me being deeply in tune with my emotions and my logical side and my masculine side, feminine side, whole brain state, hemisync, all that, city, whatever. Okay. If I was the creator, there is no way I would need anybody to worship me at the fuck all. And I for damn sure would not need nobody doing no rituals. I don't need no child sacrifices. I don't need no children to do anything but to be themselves and come into themselves fully and be protected. Right? I need women to be protected. And I need men to have the confidence, intelligence, and assertiveness, CIA, KS, to go out there and become the best version of themselves without being held back by toxic feminines, without living their life through children, without them trying to prohibit other people from becoming their best selves. I wouldn't need no slaves. I wouldn't need to traffic nobody. I wouldn't need nobody to sacrifice nothing for me as the Most High Creator.
But your gods do.
But your gods do.
Does not need the sacrifice of blood from animals or human beings.
No.
But your gods do.
See, how does that even make sense though? Like, you are the Most High Creator. You created everything. Why do you need a sacrifice from something that you created? That, like, sacrifice your son, died for our sins. Why don't you just fix everything? Like, this shit, the story don't even make sense. Like, why are people doing anything? Why do you have people doing anything? Why are humans even fucking here? You're the most all-knowing, all-powerful. You created all this other shit, and you created Satan, and now you sent Satan down for questioning you, right? He rebelled against you, and you sent him to hell. So now but also Earth is Satan's playground, and Satan is the god of Earth. So is Satan in hell, or is Satan in Earth? Also now, Earth is hell. So now we're all in a living hell. And now Satan is over here, destroying your creations, defiling your creations. So you're just letting one of your creations take advantage of your other creation. And then now you are sending one of your creations to hell for being taken advantage of by the creation that rebelled against you. And this sounds like so many families' stories of having a narcissistic ass father. And where's the divine feminine in the Bible? Where's the feminine? Where's the creator feminine? Oh, you know where she at? She's the enabler. She's just standing to the side watching all this shit happen. And she don't care because it's not happening to her. She's self-entitled. God created Satan. Satan got sent down to earth for rebelling. And now he's taking advantage of the other creations because he's tempting them and deceiving them and making them sin, causing them sin, giving them knowledge on how to sin. And now God is like, okay, you're going to get punished. I'm not punishing Satan anymore. He's already been punished. But now you're going to be punished because I'm going to triangulate you and gaslight you because you didn't listen to me. You didn't follow me. Even though I made Satan to be hella persuasive and tempting and all that. And I know his power. I know what he's capable of doing. And I know he's going to tempt you. And I know you're going to fall to his sin. But just because you continue to fall to his sin, you're going to hell. Oh, so now I'm going to even more hell. I thought I was in hell. I thought earth is hell. Shit don't be adding up.
You need to ask yourself all this time, who have you been building a relationship with? Their gods or your creator? This is where you begin to draw the line in the sand and begin to understand and realize who is who. Actually, that word God was just created not too long ago. So the question is, who created God and severed you from creation? This is my Atlantean flow. If you get in low, yeah. The lid's about to blow. Come on. Time to reap what you
Okay, Mama
Serious
T.
dictation was driving me crazy, so I switched to whisper flow. Here's why I'll never go back. First off, it actually gets it right. What?
Because I ain't got all day, and I know you don't either. Out of all the women that I've talked to lately, the majority of them say this one thing. I don't know nothing about that technology stuff. I don't know nothing about that. I have some products that I sell which are downloadable. Digital products, ebooks, audiobooks, things of that nature that you could just download, get right to your phone, and you could start reading and you could start listening. Some of my sisters may not be abreast to that. So what you do, a month later after you purchase the item, you gonna contact me complaining about how disappointed you are that you ordered something and it wasn't delivered yet, where clearly it states it's a digital product. Now, by your ignorance and your arrogance, it puts you in a very awkward position, as well as me, because now I got to sit here and figure out a respectful way to reply to a disrespectful way you address me. We don't close this gap on our ignorance and our fear, baby, you're going to get left behind over and over again.
That's facts.
Because you condition in a traditional way that's no longer.
I feel Mama T, I don't know, but she probably talks to more middle-aged women or older women because the women my age and younger, nigga, they know their way around some motherfucking technology, nigga. They some damn detectives and some they work for cybersecurity with no degree. They know their way around some damn technology. So she probably talking to late 29s all the way past that. Cause I don't know. And this is what I mean. There's no representation for black men like me. Or men like me in general. There's no because I'm still young as fuck. And I've had this mindset for a long ass time, and there's never been representation for me. There's always toxic men, toxic women. Oh, women can be this, women can do that, women can do this. But as far as what I envision myself being as a man, or where I'm trying to get to, or where I'm constantly working on, I don't see none of that being represented in no community whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be too black for the white people, too white for the black people, too emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware and too connected to my divine feminine to be around these hyper masculine, all hard ass, cold ass dudes. And then too masculine and too structured and too logical to be around these women that just want to say men ain't shit and you're boring. And no, you take things too serious. So I'm like, there's nowhere for me, nigga. And even in the spiritual community, I don't see me being represented. Like, there's no young people like me really on these panels and really at these events and really, you know what I'm saying? There's no young people like me that's been through what I've been through. I'm an old ass soul, bro. And I've been through a lot. I'm 26. I've been through a lot. I haven't even had a chance to really start my life yet. Or build something and cultivate something that I created by myself and is able to fund me and myself and my life and what I want to do. Because I've had my heart on my sleeve for everybody else around me.
Well, working, baby. It's dying. And you think something is really coming to swoop you in when history has shown you the exact opposite. It's time for you to learn from your own mistakes and stop digging your heels into your arrogance, because it's what's stopping our progression. You need to stop from going to I can't, I don't know, to start learning.
Facts.
Picking up a book. They got ebooks, honey. A computer has all the knowledge and data at your fingertips. You just need to have the...
And to capitalize off of that too, when it comes to black women, specifically, black women love being in men's business, love becoming LGTV, love dressing like men, acting like men, being men, doing what black men do. They love going into the workforce, getting their degrees, their careers, getting houses, whatever. But as soon as it comes to checking themselves in the fucking mirror, they hate that shit. They want all the accolades and rewards and participation trophies of being a man. But they don't want to put in the actual work of what it takes to be a man. And that's why it's toxic femininity, because they don't want to be a real man because they are not, and they don't have the capability of being. They think they can do it in their fucking head, but they can't, because when it comes to being a real fucking man, you don't know the weight that it is to be a man as a woman. You can't even recollect it. Same thing when it comes to man being a woman. We live in two different realities. And being balanced, we have to combine our realities as one and become whole. We have the feminine side of the world and we have the masculine side of the world. We come whole and create the holy trinity, man, woman, child, yin and yang, proton, neutron, electron, whatever you want to call it. But men and women live two completely different lives. And this social media shit, this internet shit is colliding the feminine world and the masculine world in an artificial way that is very toxic. The feminine world and the masculine world is not supposed to be collided unless you have done the shadow work with your assigned cosmic force or whatever. You know what I'm saying? With your assigned energy. But now you have men seeing how women really act, and you have women exposing how they truly think and truly feel about men.
Desire to know if we are moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius rules technology. Do you think this is going somewhere different? Or do you think it's time for you to level the playing field by getting involved? Because if you leave this technology to the hands of man, like we've been leaving everything else, what do you think our future will look like for you and your children? It is quite evident in their nature, they will never put you front and center. They will only see you as something that needs to be subservient on to them, something that needs to continue to be an incubator to bring more of them through until they figure out a synthetic way to recreate themselves and don't think that they haven't. All this to say, it is time.
Okay. She right about a lot of that shit for sure. But also, we got to look at the positions, right? The people that are trying to create a synthetic way to bring their asses, to keep their asses here, do not look like this. The people that run all technology right now do not look like this. The people that own the billions or whatever do not look like this. And y'all could say, oh, the black nobility and the black hand and all of this other shit. Bro, I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about the people who are in the positions of power that are running this shit right now. The people that's taking all these kids, the people that control the food supply, the people that is running all the medias, running all the television shows, running all the propaganda. Everybody and their mama is racist towards black people, specifically black Americans, right? Now, I know this is a woman's video, but we truly have to be careful. Like, all of our divine feminine leaders need to come together and come to an agreement on how we are talking about men. Because the men who are their enemy is literally the white man. And a black dude who is the black woman's enemy has characteristics of a white man in a lot of ways. And a black woman who are an enemy to a black man has characteristics of a white man as well. So,
time for you to learn about technology. You know the reason why you don't want to? Because you're scared. It seems intimidating. But baby, that's your own fear that you need to face and get over. And the other reason why, those in spiritual power been put in place as the gatekeeper to make sure you go through them for all your power, knowledge, and wisdom, is put there and placed there to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind. Yes, they do. How many of you women are married to these pastors and they priests? And you go there and you shouting and screaming and you in the first pew because you're all dolled up because of the hierarchy that come along with you being the first mother, whatever the hell they want to call it. Well, how he treating you when the camera's off? How many children he got out of wedlock? How many
0
men he got outside of you? And you've been keeping the secret.
How many men he got outside of you?
Waiting for the Lord to fix it. Baby, the Lord ain't gonna fix it. You got to fix it by grabbing a hold of your mind, your soul, recognizing the time, and getting in position to protect your future. Not just for you, but for these babies. Because it is the culture of these religious orders and these political orders and all the law.
And I do need to be protected by women, for sure. I for sure need to be protected by women. I need to be protected by the divine masculine. Because me being a pure soul coming to this earth, I'm literally an earth angel for sure. light being, light bearer, all that. And I'm here to crumble the system, break the system. Everything needs to be questioned. You feel me? And this is the truth. The truth.
Laws that's been put in place was only to serve one group of people. And those of you in these spiritual authorities and powers, honey, you've been molesting and raping women the whole time. And you know you have, even if you from another.
And the women be doing that shit to young boys and young women, going unnoticed, untouched, uncalled out. At the same time, stripping the boys of their masculinity, turning them and turning these girls out at a young age, making them, and nobody is calling that shit out.
Continent, you're calling it a tradition. I told y'all, go back and watch some of these movies, especially The Woman King, where they selling off women and it's black men doing it. So y'all can't say white male patriarchy, black male patriarchy. Honey, it's the system of patriarchy.
It is a
and
system,
sisters,
for
you
sure.
better be careful of those talking about you need to go get you a spiritual woman so they can increase their value. Stop letting the parasite feed off of you. You are a host for no one.
Stop, bro. Exactly. You are a host for no one. And if you choose to be a host for something, it should be something that you created as the fucking divine feminine. Nigga. You don't. Hey, look. It go deep spiritual. There's different thoughts, process of how, who created what, how. But let me just tell you this. All of these black men being with different races of women is not as detrimental anywhere near close as the black woman shutting out the black man since birth and childhood, and then taking her frustrations out on something that she cultivated, created, and raised, and then demonizing him and going with a different race man, going with the race that oppressed the whole everything and destroyed a whole bunch of shit, right? It's different. I'm gonna break that down in another video, but it's different for a black man dating outside his race than a black woman dating outside her race. It's two complete different things. I know there's the outliers where black women were abused by black men or were put in a position, whatever. I know that happens too. I'm not diminishing that situation. But on a large scale, black women that have grown up with a loving family and two-parent household and put in a position to whatever, those black women are almost raised like white supremacists to hate their black, well, I'm not, because it can be the same for men and women, but they're looking for this sort of love and they think they can get it from a race outside of a black man, which is not going to happen. You can be delusional. You can make sort of situations up in your head, but the only man that can truly love you and truly protect you and truly connect with you on that spiritual level is a black man, for sure. But when it comes to black men dating outside their race, we've never had that connection with anybody, or I can't say never, but we have not had the opportunity to connect with anybody on that level except our damn selves from the jump. A black man can't connect with a black woman. Oh, you're sassy. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to be tough. Boys don't cry. And then you try to connect with your boys. Oh, that nigga soft. That nigga gay. That nigga this. That nigga that. So all we had was a damn white man's God, nigga. Black women have each other, even though y'all fucking hate each other. Y'all worst enemies for sure. Especially older black women to younger black women. The older black women be running game on y'all asses for sure. But I'm just saying, black men that have fathers in their household can't even connect to their fathers because their fathers will not do the fucking shadow work that is needed to communicate and nurture his son and show love to his son. But the expectation for him to succeed and be a good kid and all that shit will be there for sure. Black men have nobody out here. And the only thing that black men can truly connect on that level is other races of women, for sure. Even when it comes to black women, you guys are so stuck on trying to be us, you can't see us for who we are. Black men are not trying to be black women. Actually, black men hate black men that are trying to be black women. It's disgusting. We despise those niggas. And black women are forcing us to be like, oh, you guys are homophobic. You guys need to stop being toxic. That is not toxic. We don't want us acting like our fucking women. What part don't you understand? And women, a lot of women don't have fucking standards or know how to lead shit or know how shit should be. And y'all accept everything. Y'all have no boundaries. Especially for toxic, demonic, narcissistic shit. Y'all have no boundaries for that shit. For all the bad shit. For the shit that causes chaos and destruction and self-sabotage. Y'all have no boundaries for that shit. Y'all got men acting like women, boys acting like girls, girls acting like boys. I'm like, bro, what? All inclusive? No. There needs to be structure. And I'm not talking about the patriarchal system. Back in the day, when we was running this shit, it was man, woman, child, boy, girl, cultivate each other. Help each other, love each other, nurture each other. But there's nothing sexual or being perverted about the love that we had for each other. Kids are supposed to be able to walk down all of these streets and be corrected by any adult. Kids are supposed to walk down all of these streets and be protected and loved and nurtured by any adult. Every single child. No child should be thinking about being perverted or their sexuality, or no child should be thinking about that shit. Or it should not be forced upon them. Or we're forcing children to worry about what adults do in the bedroom. That shit is weird. We talking about predators and all this other shit. That is being a mental predator, emotional predator, a spiritual predator.
You're going to have to understand and retrain your mind and gain your power back, and then utilize this power of technology to progress and create a whole different future for yourself. Now, I really hope y'all understand what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, baby, the only one who is accountable for your future is you. All right now, Mama T, y'all be good. Bye, baby.
Thank you, Mama T.
That was some good ass tea. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Link in description. Y'all be good. Love you, babies.
Thank you, Mama T. Appreciate you. So, the future of women. Hey, I like that. But Mama T has a pretty large following, and she's one of the OGs in the spiritual community, all that. So I love reacting to the divine feminine, talking about the feminine or connecting to the divine feminine, right? And there's all this stigma and light on men, bro. All men. And I'm just like, how are y'all blaming men for what women taught us to be? How are y'all blaming men for what women taught us to do? There's not enough accountability on these women. Because, bro, women be lying like shit, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. And even if it's not the spiritual women, majority of the women out here that's creating all these narratives are fucking liars, bro. They literally put themselves in a position to be a victim. These women love chaos. These specific groups of women, which is the majority today, they love chaos. They love attention. And even when they run into a good man, they will triangulate him and put him in a position that causes him to reactive abuse. And then once he finally reacts, then he's looked at as a toxic dude. Oh, he's narcissistic. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this. And now you have other women believing this shit, jumping on the bandwagon like crazy just because it's a man. I'm just like, you have really good dudes out here. You have really good men out here that are being dragged through the fucking mud, bro. And there's no other men on their side talking about it. Women have everybody on their side, bro. Women have other women. Women have DL men. Women have simp men. Women have GAY men. And women have lesbians, aunties. It's like 7 to 8 against 1. Men like me don't have men on my side whatsoever. And don't get me started about being against religion and questioning the Bible and shit. Men like me have everybody and a mama against me, bro. And all I have done was have my heart on my sleeve. All I have done was help people. All I've done was listen to people. All I've done was do for people. All I've done was put myself in other people's shoes. All I've done is give people grace and give people 5 to 30 chances. All I've done was help people and teach people. I've allowed myself to be taken advantage of in certain ways because I know that's what that person needed to grow. I know I needed to help that person indirectly without them knowing, in the spirit world, in the emotional world, in the mental world. Men like me are not accounted for whatsoever. This truly makes me feel like Christ. Because we get crucified by everybody. We get demonized by everybody. And all we have been doing is good. All we have been doing was moving in alignment with the universe. All we have been doing is being authentic and truly loving ourselves and truly loving other people. I'm here to help. And it's like y'all not only hurt me emotionally, y'all not only lie to me, y'all not only cheat, y'all not only steal from me, y'all not only take from me, y'all not only manipulate me, but y'all also disrespect me. Y'all also downplay me. You would see that I broke out of all of your fucking narratives and you would be silent on it. And you won't call back any of the negativity and lies that you said about me. You'll overlook it like I didn't do that shit. You will overlook me like I didn't just prove all of your fucking lies wrong, and you'll be silent about it. And this is why earth angels like me, people who are walking with Christ and are Christ, we have to isolate. Someone said the other day, we're not supposed to be isolated. Hey, right now it's the time of isolation for us because we keep getting hurt everywhere we are. By the people, you know what I'm saying, who has been manipulating us since birth, creating illusions since birth, programming us since birth. And there was consequences for breaking out of any sort of program. You know how much it has taken for me to get to the point of here where I'm speaking out about this shit? I've had legions of demons after me, bro. Hitting me from every fucking angle. love life, relationships, friendships, business, career, finances, family, all, bro, y'all don't understand what I have been through, bro. I'm not necessarily saying I expect you to, but just know, just because somebody looks young, you know what I'm saying? People really be judging a book by its cover. You don't judge a book by its cover. You look at them from the inside out. You pay attention to how are they making you feel? Are they speaking from their heart? Are they in a whole brain state? Is their chakras aligned? Can you tell that they're calling out certain things and connecting certain dots that you know nobody else would connect? Can you tell that they're not hiding nothing from you? Can you tell that they have good intentions and they don't even have to have any intentions whatsoever? My intentions is not to change nobody's beliefs, force nothing on nobody, manipulate you. You do what you want to do. But don't come over here and be narcissistic towards me. Don't come over here and try to put me into a box. Don't come over here and call me toxic because I won't allow you to manipulate me. And that's what a lot of these spiritual women don't call out. These women will call you toxic, narcissistic, DL, GAY, all this other shit for you not allowing them to use you. And this is why I have to follow shit with Game and Manosphere and Red Pill and all that, because I need to see what they see. And I need to know why they view that way. I'm like, oh, this is the shit that nobody's fucking talking about. This is the shit that nobody's calling out. You're trying to gaslight me because I won't allow you to use me. That's crazy. And I wasn't even aware that you was using me until I watched these niggas. You feel me? Kevin Samuels, Stephen Cole, Coach Greg Adams, Steve the Dean, 1950 K's Ag, Locario, Miles. All of these people I'm watching. And do I agree with all of that shit? Fuck no, because they are not spiritual. But they have a lot of good information of what I can use to better help me understand the feminine, of why they are not divine feminine and what's preventing them from being divine feminine. Right? I've always questioned divine masculine and masculine, what it means to be a man and a boy and all this other shit. I was a very emotional kid. I was very emotionally intelligent. Anytime my parents yelled at me or raised their voice at me, I was crying. I would break down. Like I could barely even operate. You feel me? I've always questioned myself, and I've always thought I was less than a woman. I've always looked up to a woman. I've always held the woman on a pedestal. I've always wanted to be there for the girl and a woman. And so now I had to take back that power a little bit and like put that shit into me. Put that shit into myself. But I'm still at a standpoint like I still want to have a woman around. Like I don't want to be by myself or just grow for myself. Like, cause that shit to me is just kind of weird, bro. Like what are you growing toward? If you're just growing yourself, what are you growing towards? Like in order to be yourself as the divine masculine, you need your divine feminine and vice versa. You were supposed to grow together. There has to be unification between both of us to put the state of the world back in balance. And this is why they are causing as much division as possible. Any agenda pushed, any flag push is a distraction and damage control and put here to cause direct division between everybody on earth and where we're actually supposed to be aligned with. Yes, the world, the earth is becoming more feminine. And no, love is not love. Yes, everybody's supposed to be connected more towards their feminine side. Yes, the women are supposed to be connecting back into their womanhood and femininity versus trying to become a man. Yes, the man need to stop being scared of feminine things. But that doesn't mean you create a whole agenda based off that shit and pervert it. See, these people who run everything, they know what's going on in the spiritual world first. They know what's going on in the universe, in the spirit world. They know they use gematria, they use astrology, all of that shit. They are in the stars and all that. They literally are doing calculations, different events, predictions, all of that. So when they're putting these things in place, it's a distraction. It's for brainwashing. It's to get you connected to the wrong thing when you are feeling the certain energies coming through to the earth. Oh, you're more your feminine side. Oh, okay, you're going to align with LG, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you feel this way about this person? Okay, that means you're this. Oh, you don't like this person? That means you're this. Oh, you're feeling out of body and like you're not who you are? That means you're this. Now let's change your whole physical body permanently. No, nigga, no. No, there's archonic forces, there's energy vampires, there's narcissists, there's users, abusers, manipulators, and they are sending out frequencies to our fucking brain. The Wi-Fi programs us and sends us thoughts that are not our thoughts, sends us feelings, emotions, thoughts that are not our thoughts. The blue light is messing up our circadian rhythm and our natural melatonin and serotonin levels. And we scrolling through social media, Instagram, dopamine, messing up our neurotransmitters, all types of shit. And in order to give a solution to that, they say, oh, you support this flag, you support them, you support them, you support this group. No, nigga, you need to do shadow work and figure out why you're feeling this sort of way. Why do certain things affect you? Why do certain things not affect you? And you need to learn about the things that you're not even thinking about. And no, you don't push no shit on no fucking children. No. All right, bro. Yeah.